I'm going to record this to the cloud, and I think we're good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about Robert. Robert Clancy is an amazing creative visionary. He is the #1 international best-selling author, spiritual teacher, and co-founder of Spiral Design Studio. And at age 19, Robert had a divine spiritual experience that altered his life in profound ways. And we can talk about that. In 2012, he created the Robert Clancy Guide to the Soul Facebook fan page, where he shares his divinely inspired thoughts that are now followed by nearly 700,000 people worldwide. He is a sought-after speaker, a presenter, and a guest. He's also a regular contributor and weekly guest on Los Angeles KABC radio syndicated late night health radio show with Mark Allen.
That's right.
I was on
buddy Mark.
Yeah, he's great. He's also co-host and producer of the Mindset Reset TV show, which has a global reach of 500 million viewers weekly. His latest book, Soul Ciphers: Decoding a Life of Hope and Happiness, is going to be released in October. No, it was released October 2017. It became a #1 international bestseller. And I am so thrilled to have you on the show.
Well, thank you so much. And I have to mention for my television show, I also have the beautiful light of Lisa Winston on there. And she is just a ball of energy and brings this amazing presence to that show. So I have to give her a shout out too.
Yay. So, well, this is really exciting. I'm just so thrilled to have you here live in the studio. So let's talk a little bit about peace.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think are the best techniques for creating more peace in your life?
Well, the first is, I love metaphors and I love when word play. And when you share every piece of your heart, that's when you're going to know the peace within your heart. And peace for me starts from within. We are not humans with souls. We're souls surrounded in humanity. We are that energy and that light first, which only comes from love and peace. And when you can look inward, you can bring it to the rest of the world and manifest that outwardly. And that's really the key of knowing what that peace is. And peace is not, having the perfect life. It's not having everything in harmony. It's understanding that that's always with you when you reach into it. It's among the chaos that you discover those peaceful moments. And that's really what peace is for me.
Absolutely. You can be peaceful even when there's chaos around you, as long as you are in alignment with our Creator.
Correct.
I think it's that alignment with Source, with that spiritual essence of who we are that can create that peace. And we can reach into that well.
And it's always steering it back to that. It's not easy to walk, the path, and you can go on these little reverse climbs, and sometimes it takes you longer to get back to that path, but it's always there, and it's your choice to walk forward on it. And that's how you can bring peace to not only yourself, your family, but the world.
I like the way you termed it reverse climb. I truly feel that everything that occurs in our lives is for our benefit and for our growth.
Yes. And you have to trust in the big picture. There's always, I have these words that I wrote a while ago, and these are some of my favorite ones that always come back to me. And it is, you need to trust in the big picture God has painted for you. Although you never see the entire canvas, know that that image of you is beautiful. And it's divinely inspired. It's divinely painted. And you might see just ugly colors around you, but when you pull back, it's a Raphael painting or something that you can't see. And you need to understand that what is just surrounding you at this moment is not the big picture. It's part of it.
So you might say, my life is a masterpiece.
You are. And God created everyone as a masterpiece, and he doesn't make mistakes when he paints.
No. There are no mistakes.
Right.
So, yeah, so that's really beautiful. I love that. Um, so let's talk a little bit about Soul Ciphers, your latest book.
Yes. Well, that was, literally takes me to write those types of books, the ones that have stories in them, about 4 years. So it's a 4 year journey to get that book done. And this one, like my first book, I had The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Soul, which has all these inspirational stories from not only my life, but other people. And people were coming up to me saying, I loved your book. Oh my God, I cried when I was reading the stories. I saw how you transcended and did forgiveness. How do I do that? And I thought, oh my God, they didn't make the leap. So at the end of this book, I'm combining my ones and zeros side, because I'm a programmer, and my logic side with my spiritual side, which is the X's and O's. And I have these decodes at the end of each chapter. And there's simple little practices that I do. And when I started sharing those with people, they were saying, oh my God, I never thought about that. And for me, I felt like I was saying 1 + 1 = 2, and they're having some epiphany because they've been trying to do the square root of God knows what to get there. And one of them is, do you smile when you're alone? And I smile when I'm alone because I realize I never am. And when they brought that into their conscious, they thought, why am I not smiling when I'm alone? Or if they do, they're thinking, I never really thought about it, but I do. And that's really the key. You need to share that smile with yourself. So that's one of the decodes among all the chapters. But I put 3 at the end of every single chapter, so that these little things, that routines that I do, or spiritual practices, or how do you do gratitude or forgiveness, and in just simple couple sentences.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And I do smile when I'm alone.
I know you do. Again, I see the light, so I got to get this on again. So.
I love the glasses.
Well, you guys have such a presence, you and your husband. And, we worked together a few years ago on a New Year's Eve with Christine Powers. And
Right.
did this Renewals Eve celebration. And you guys came on with party hats. So I knew I'm bringing the glasses today for you.
So let's talk about the Mindset Reset show. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's, we started, Lisa and I came together, and again, this is all divinely, I was on a summit with her several years ago, and all of a sudden we reconnected, and it was, we need to do something together. And she said, yeah, I know, I was getting that. And then I forgot about you. And then all of a sudden you popped up on my feed today. And I said, you popped up on my feed today. What the heck's going on? And we started the Facebook Live, and then a couple days later, we were connected through Swami to television network through Eric Zuli and his whole Easy Way family, and we took the show from Facebook to the television platform. So it was an amazing journey. And really, when Lisa and I were talking, we said we need a presence, that we need to reach more people in the world with positive messages, and we need to be connected to people that can bring that forward. So far, the first guest that showed up was Dr. Joe Vitale. And you can't go wrong there. I mean, he's a star of the movie Secret. He's written like 57 books. I know you know him. He came not only for one episode, but 2. We have the beautiful Ariel Ford. We have the amazing Hollywood actress Dee Wallace, who has an amazing spiritual side. We've got Kevin Sorbo, who played Hercules, but also did these faith-based movies with his wife. And they produced Let There Be Light. And then God Is Not Dead is another movie that he was in. And all of these people are just, showing up, and we're just having a party. So it's to get this message out. And our whole show is about what I was talking about initially, is changing your perspective on something, because each of these people had a profound life-changing experience.
Sure.
Dee Wallace, for instance, top of her game, Hollywood actress, filming a movie in New Zealand on the other side of the world with Peter Jackson. It was The Frighteners. She talks to her husband. He has a heart attack. She has to fly 24 hours all the way back to be with him. He's in the hospital. Then he's like, I'm okay. They send him home. He says, go finish the movie. She flies all the way back to New Zealand, talks to her about her daughter. And he said, she just lost her tooth. How much money for the tooth fairy should we do? And that's the last conversation she had with him. Passed away that night. She dropped to her knees and said, I need to be healed. And this light came into her, this peace that you're talking about. And she then realized, I can take this and help other people. So now she has her career and her calling. And Joe Vitale, for instance, he was homeless and then, almost committed suicide. And then now he's helping people through his story. And Kevin Sorbo had an aneurysm that almost took his life, and his career was taking off, and then it sidelined everything. And then he realized, what is it that I need to do? So that's what our show's about. Those are the people that are bringing these messages and these incredible stories. So it's a beautiful thing to be doing this and walking this journey with the amazing Lisa Winston. I mean, I can't say enough about her. She's just a ball of energy.
It's wonderful. I had one of those, I had a few of those transformative
Yeah,
stories.
we all have.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, they do bring you to your knees, but when that light comes in and
right,
you recognize what an incredible gift that was.
Yes.
It totally is just so beautiful. And, and I love that you're going to be leading a meditation.
Yes.
I
look forward to that.
Woo!
Yes.
It's so cool. And, this unified field that we're creating, I can feel it now when I expand my arms. I hold the field in my arms, although I really can't contain it. My arms are burning.
Yeah.
I can feel them tingling.
Right.
That field is alive. It's beyond time. It's beyond space.
Correct.
And, it's just a field of love and miracles.
Yes.
And so I'm so excited that you're going to be leading the meditation.
Well, I look forward to it. And being with your light, I may have to bring the sunglasses back.
Well, you can.
All right. Deal.
So, it's just so wonderful to have you here on this little conversation of peace. Yes. I want our audience to get to know you, our tribe to get to know you, so they know who's going to be leading the meditation on Wednesday.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you and Harrison. I met you guys back in Vancouver a few years ago, and I was on an island for 30 years, and then I showed up, and there was the party, and you guys were the cheerleaders at it. So, you guys just bring so much love and light in the world, and I'm deeply, deeply appreciate you and everything that you've done for me along the way, too.
Well, you are totally a reflection. I'm just a reflection of you. There we go. That was what I meant to say. That's
a namaste moment. That's
a namaste.
We recognize each other's light. So
yes, it's so beautiful. I left my sunglasses in the car. They would be on. Awesome. Thank you so much, Robert. This has really been such a blessing, and I'm so grateful to share some time and energy with you.
Beautiful. Appreciate it.
Okay, so we have stopped the live stream.
All right. So I'll go into